you guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going live, and hopefully Chris is going to get to join me in about 5 seconds, so give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. And we want to talk today. Oh, hey babe, you're able to make it. There's your mic right there. We want to talk today. Hey, yeah, your palm is going to become your phone. We're talking about palladium prices have gone down. All kind of different things. The EU is rolling out the new digital. There's your mic right there. Did you get it? Digital wallet, and they're voting on it right now. Everything from their financial records to their medical records to everything is going to be digital. What happens there typically happens here afterwards. And I want to talk about some banking issues, gold and silver, and read a scripture.
Yeah, we'll start with a scripture.
Yeah, we're going to do a silver giveaway.
Yes, we're going to do a silver giveaway for a while, and just for a lot of videos. I say a lot of videos. Probably almost a month's worth of videos, I would say.
So
we've had subscribers reach out and enjoy watching people get silver. It's really fun to give away silver. It is not from us, though. It is from the community. It's the coolest thing ever.
Hey, Paul says, finally I catch you live. Hi, Paul. Good to see you guys. Stray, it's good to see you, everybody. So we want to get into it. First off, though, I want to read my scripture for today.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a good one. You'll get a kick out of this one. The way of a guilty man is crooked, but for the pure his conduct is upright. It's better to live in the corner of a roof than in a house with a contentious woman.
I agree.
And we've talked about this where, if I'm not a good wife, it affects everything that we do.
Yeah, and you got to be a good husband before you can have a good wife.
So,
isn't that crazy? And you got to follow God to be a good husband. It's it all works together. It's a great scripture.
So we're going to do silver in just a little bit. Let's get into it. What do you want to get into first?
Okay, well, we can talk about the startup where it's the company's called Humane.
Yep. Well, I think it's Humana.
Humane. Humane.
Yeah, it's two people that left Apple. Yeah.
Humane. I don't know. Spelling's not my gift. But it's essentially a pen that you wear. It's not really a pen. What are they calling it?
They're calling it a lapel pin. And I'll show you a photo of it actually. Hold on.
It is designed to replace smartphones.
Can I turn it on
and you'd be able to.
Let's see if I can show it on the laptop.
Not
can you
really.
see it?
No.
Nope. Sorry.
But it's a little kind of like this mic, and it broadcasts onto your palm or onto something, I guess. And you're able to touch, do certain things with your hand and click the right buttons and use it like you would a smartphone. We're getting out there, guys.
It's replacing the smartphone, they're saying.
Right, but it's like a smartphone that's broadcast onto your hand. Let me read to you a little bit about it. It starts at $699, just about half the price of a new smartphone. The pen is designed to replace smartphones by allowing users to make calls, send text, and access information through voice controls. It features a laser display that turns on the user's palm into a mini screen, displaying the time, date, or nearby information. One notable feature of the AI pen is that it doesn't constantly listen or record.
Supposedly.
Sure it doesn't, but who knows? That's what they're saying. It has a little light on it. I watched it. It has a little light on it. It's called a trust light. And it lets you know when it's listening and when it's not.
Someone said allegedly. Yeah, correct.
It only activates when engaged by the user's voice, touch, gestures, or laser ink display. The device requires a 24-month data subscription to T-Mobile, and it operates with its own separate phone number, providing independence from smartphones. So this Humane, whatever it is, has secured $100 million in financing.
From Microsoft.
From Microsoft, LG's venture arm, and Tiger Global earlier this year before even announcing the product.
You guys, November the 16th, which is this Thursday, you can purchase your very first one.
Before they announce the product, they've raised over $200 million in total. Mm-hmm. So this is coming like a freight train, and it's, guys, this shouldn't be any surprise. And I'm not saying this is the mark. I'm not saying this is the mark of the beast, but all this stuff is heading in that direction. Isn't that crazy how God knew? God knew it. He knew what was going to happen. And it's just one more step in that direction. And, I'm not looking, if you want one, check it out. I don't think it's the mark at all, but it is, the technology is getting there.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Chris earlier this morning, I was telling him about it because I read it, I saw it on the news, and I was like, what? So I started doing a little research.
Yeah, it's the warm-up tool. That's right, John.
Warm-up, there you go, yeah. So, and I said, okay, what exactly does this mean? And I told Chris, I said, do you remember back 28 years ago or so, 25 years ago, when we were doing DOS? That's how fast technology has advanced. Literally within 25 years, we have gone from a DOS where it was going blink, 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 a blackened screen with a green and yellow and stuff like that, to now we're looking at literally at your palm with a laser that you can talk, text, do whatever you want, and it just puts it right out there to you guys. That is, to me, that's crazy and a little scary, but that's where we are.
I'm just trying to figure out a plasma table CAD.
This is interesting, though. I thought it was former Apple designers are the ones that actually came up with this. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. And on the top of that, now we've got the European nations. Well, you want to talk about this a little more? You want to go to the European?
No, let's go to the European nations.
So the European nations right now are moving forward with the digital ID, even though people are saying plasma table. Oh, you need to show them what you just cut out.
Okay, we'll get it in just a second.
Yes, that's so cool what you just did. So the European nations are saying, we are going forward with this digital ID, whether the security people are come out and saying, they have all these people that have signed these letters saying, no, security issues. They said, nope, we're voting it in. And they're going to so-called digital wallets, and they're going to say it's on a voluntary, we have a visitor, voluntary basis at first, and then they're possibly going to make it mandatory. You guys, both of these articles, I will put in the description. Somebody actually contacted me the other day, and they said they really appreciated that we put it in the description so you can read it for yourself. It quotes, these documents will be recognized as a means to access online services throughout Europe. Citizens will be able to provide their identity, share electronic documents from their wallets with a click of a button. It will have their ID cards, driver's license, diplomas, medical records, and bank account information. All right there with a click.
Yeah, and they're saying they're not going to make it mandatory. Not yet. Now. This is 100% one world government. Who are you? They'll know who you are. They can already tell from I think it's 50 meters away by facial recognition. Your digital ID, all that stuff, it's so close, guys. And somebody said if Europe's doing it, I don't want any part of it. You can look at a lot of things like that. Like if the Biden administration comes out and says they think this is a good idea and they're going to implement it, it's probably the absolute wrong thing. It's like they always make the wrong move. Skippy, you're touching the microphone. Look at that dog.
That's a possum dog.
That is a dog crossed with a possum. Heinz 57.
He's our baby.
He is a hound. But yeah, that's...
Well,
it's news, but what is the real news?
Well, they're voting on it right now. So a lot of these people, they've come out and they're saying, hey, you guys, they said, we're opposing this development, but they are saying no matter what, we're the EU... whatever their head, I guess, people are, and they are pushing it through regardless, even though they're saying it's a security risk, it's a financial risk, it's all these different things. They are pushing it through. So they're saying 500 privacy and cybersecurity experts from 39 countries have signed a joint letter saying it fails to properly respect the right to privacy of citizens. And they said that EU lawmakers are ignoring all the privacy experts and security specialists, and they're pushing it through. So you guys, what happens there usually happens here. So
yeah, well, just let me paint a picture for you. So what about all the middle-aged fighting-aged men that are running across the border?
Oh, boy.
That could possibly, and are more than likely, here to do harm to this country. Via the Biden administration app, where people that work for the UN can come across illegally and become soldiers of some type. Well, they put that out there, and all of a sudden, it's a problem. something happens. Oh, whoa. Well, we've got to know who everybody is. We've got to know. So you've got to have a digital ID. If you don't have a digital ID, you won't be able to buy or sell. Does that sound familiar?
Yep.
So
it does.
That is me more or less thinking out loud, but it's all getting closer. It's exciting, scary. It'll rattle you if you think about it too much. I saw a bunch of stuff on Twitter, and I got to be real careful because that kicked off this platform talking and putting videos on what I saw on Twitter on here, because I think everybody that watches this channel is smart enough to make up their own mind what's truth and what's not. And it was about the people that are coming across the border illegally from other countries, China, Russia, all of these people. And the lady said they were from the UN, and this is all part of the plan. And I agree. I don't know the ins and outs. No, I'm not sure. But remember, it takes $40,000 to $60,000 to get one Chinese national here. They don't make that much. There's over 10,000 encountered. That was just way back. There's no telling how many.
You got kicked off TikTok?
No.
Oh.
What?
Twitter?
This platform.
Oh. Well, I know a person the other day that just got kicked off TikTok. He was talking about this. He was talking about exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, wow.
He was on TikTok, and he actually is, he does a lot of ministry. He goes to Mexico. He does a lot of ministry for God and stuff like that. Yeah, it was one of the real estate agents that I was talking to at the office the other day, and he went and did videos. He was on a plane, and he said everyone I noticed was like of a certain age and from all different countries. And he said, I started asking, where are you from? Where are you going? And he said they had papers, and they were like, I'm told to go here. I'm told to go here. And he put it on TikTok, and he got kicked off.
Okay, so that's interesting because TikTok is this is without a doubt, this is fact. It is a Chinese data mining app. They know your keystrokes. When you sign off and you go to TikTok and you do whatever, they know your keystrokes. They know what you're typing. They know everything. You're giving them everything. That's all it is. And I did a video on that. Y'all go watch it. Man, I used to carry around in my pocket all the things TikTok was allowed to get when you gave them permission. What do you call that? Anyway, put in the comments what I'm trying to say. When you allow them the permission,
the license agreement or
whatever it is, they get it all.
Yeah.
And I used to carry it around in my pocket and say, hey, you got TikTok? This is what you're giving the Chinese government. The CCP, not, the people that control the government.
Well, going back real quick.
Sure, they don't like that.
No, they don't. No, he did. He said he got banned. He tried to appeal it like several different times, and he's banned. He got 3 notices, and then he's finally banned, and they took his TikTok completely away. But real quick, just going back to the EU, they have agreement. It just comes a few weeks after the head of the European Central Bank announced that they're moving toward the development of a central bank digital currency. So, you guys, we're here. You might not like it, but we're here. And what you see happening somewhere else sometimes always comes here. So there's ways to plan. And actually, Chris and I were looking at some documents the other day, some paperwork of ways to plan. And we might do a video on that, like a couple series of like how to plan, what to do, what to look at, how to work water, food, different things. That was a really interesting article we were looking at.
Yeah, it was a pamphlet.
Yeah.
That was pretty much straightforward on what we should be doing. But, it's more about community. It is the more I get into this and the more I realize there is no making it through what's coming without a solid community of Christians, of people that care for one another. A Christian-based, even Benjamin Franklin, he wasn't a Christian. He said, but that's the way to do it. He said, they're right. Look at them. Check them out. And the more I learn, the more I read and figure out what's going on, the more I realize you're not gonna lone wolf it through this thing. I did want to talk about the price of Bitcoin just a little bit.
Okay, before we do that, while we start talking about that, you guys, we're going to give away a buffalo. Thanks to Eric.
Don't waste your time trying to analyze.
Uh-oh. Sorry. We're going to give away a buffalo. Let me get this out. Oh, listen to that clinky, clinky, clinky sound.
Yeah.
All right.
Silver.
I know. We're going to give away a buffalo.
Real money.
Thanks to Eric. And so you guys, I want you to do hashtag Palladium. And we're going to tell you why in a minute. There's an interesting story about palladium. It's down. So you guys do hashtag palladium as many times you want. And then in a few minutes, we'll pick, and then I want to talk about a bank a little bit and some gold and silver.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Why don't you go ahead and talk about that? I'm going to get the things I cut out.
Oh, my goodness. It's so cool what he cut out. All right, palladium. I love it. There's a story on palladium, you guys. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about gold and silver. Palladium has dropped below $1,000 an ounce in 5 years. And you guys, I don't sell palladium that much. Interestingly, I mainly sell gold and silver. And gold and silver, the prices dropped this morning. The spot slowly coming back up today. Premium for silver has gone up a little bit. I'm getting ready to email out my price list. By the way, I email out a price list every week. If you're interested, please text me 318-564-5823. I would love to add you to my list. We try to include valuable information. But you guys, I was doing some research today because I was trying to figure out why all of a sudden just took a plunge again. And I try to get online and see what's going on with the precious metals every single day. And it says the best performing precious metals for the week was gold, but it still was down. It hit that 2,000 mark, you guys, and it just could not stay above it, and it went back down. And it has gone down, now starting to creep back up. But here's the interesting thing. People's Bank of China has rose, you guys. They have a total of 2,215 tons. I went that in ounces. It's like millions and millions and millions in ounces. Whoops, Skips, come on. It's millions. They are still stockpiling for 12 months in a row. They're stockpiling. And they said non-farm payrolls, which are your typical, like, I guess, brick and mortar companies, they are down. It says the hiring has slowed more than anticipated in October, while unemployment rates have rose. You guys, this is when everybody hires for the season, for the Christmas season. And we've been talking about this where it seems it's down, it's slowed. And so anyway, you guys, I think it's a buying opportunity. It also says palladium has dropped below $1,000 an ounce for the first time in 5 years as a demand falters and slowdown in car sales.
Yeah, catalytic converters, electronics, the dental industry. Palladium's used.
It's a commodity.
Yeah, right. And as things slow down, it's hard to imagine how far the fake fiat currency can push real money.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a day where that doesn't work out.
Well, I also want to tell a bank story, and then I want Chris to show what he just cut out with his plasma table. Real quick on a bank story. So you guys, if you all know, they passed the law that if you put cash in, you can't. So a lot of people would say, hey, I have some $100 bills. I want to just change them for 20s. You can't do that anymore, as you guys know. You have to actually do a deposit in and then do a deposit out. We were talking about this, and someone called me the other day, and they actually, I don't know if it's a red flag that triggered it or if a teller talked about it. They called these people, and I asked permission to tell their story, and they said, why did you do a cash in, cash out? They wanted to know why. She said, thank God my husband was quick on his feet. And he said, oh, well, I'm just giving some cash for the kids for Christmas and stuff like that. She said it was none of their business. And she said the lady kind of backtracked a little bit. She said, well, we just want to make sure that you're satisfied with your, your experience and so on and all that.
Yeah,
but you guys, banks, pay attention to your banks. See what is happening. Here's what I think banks are. They can be intimidating, and don't let them intimidate you. That's your money. Yes, I know they take it at the end of the day, and it's not yours, but still, that's still your money. So I want to show.
Well, it's their money once you give it to them.
Yeah, it is. But I want to show what your plasma table's been doing.
Sure, we can talk about banks some more, but these are doggy tombstones.
Well, that sounds morbid.
I actually ran over our little dog's tombstone with the bulldozer. So I made her a new one. And she loved to go fishing with me. And I messed up a little bit on the fishing line, but I had to regress a little bit. I had to go back, take a few steps back, because I was about to use a bunch of plate on some bigger projects, and I would rather mess these little things up just a little bit, and some practice pieces for me. So that's Abby Jo. That was our first dog that we got when we got married. And this is Katie.
She was a
Katie
second.
loved to
Chase lizards.
Chase lizards and bugs. The sweetest dog I ever had. And that's it. It comes out like that. All I did was knock the dross off of it, and
yeah, it's really cool. We have a little area out there where our little past babies have passed, and so he's experimenting using that. And I think it's cool. That plasma table's awesome.
yes,
Creating that.
I've got 3 different kind of CADs now.
So
I'm trying to learn how to put them all together so I can do stuff fast and efficient, so I can build anything I want, anything I can dream up. And that'll keep me really busy because I think of something like every 30 minutes.
you do. You do.
So,
You do. All right, let's pick a palladium.
okay, I get to pick it today.
Yes, you do. I know.
This is from Eric.
Yes, Eric. Thank you.
I'm going to go all the way up. All right, guys, do the drum roll. The Chevy Chase drum roll. All right, right.
That's probably annoying.
Oh, I just saw it. I had my finger on it. Jump. It was Gene something.
Well, find it.
Gene Edelman.
Gene Edelman. I saw it.
Gene Edelman.
Gene Edelman. All right. Hey, you guys. The last guy did not see it, so hopefully you'll see it, Gene.
Thanks, Eric. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool to give something to the community. And congratulations, Gene.
Yeah.
Just text Stacy, 318-564-5823.
Yes. I'll get it to you.
If we'll put that number in the description if you didn't catch it, and it'll also be pinned in the comments.
Yeah.
And if anybody's wanting precious metals, she's a broker for Miles Franklin.
And we have about 20 more of these to give away, thanks to the subscribers. They've actually mailed them to me.
That is so cool.
I know. I even have a few eagles.
That's how you know when a community's actually growing and cares for each other.
Yep.
You know? It's really fun. It's really awesome. Yep. Can't believe it. So, guys, have an awesome, awesome day.
Can I say something at the end? Hey, you guys, we have 183 people on here. We only got 98 likes. Can you guys go like this video? Because we're really trying hard to bring you guys really good information, form a community, give away some silver.
I hate asking for it.
I know I do too, but it helps us.
But I'm bad about not hitting other people's like button just because I forget. I just forget. It's like, it doesn't mean much, but it actually does.
It does. It helps the algorithms. Yeah. So, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. Have an awesome, awesome day. We'll see you in the next one. Later.